Handing an unconstrained cleaning command to an AI over a massive tabular dataset is like walking blindly off a cliff. You are trusting a system built on statistical guesswork to maintain precise structural boundaries. The modern analyst frequently extracts corporate performance reports filled with multiple date formats and trailing white spaces. The natural impulse is to upload that messy Excel file directly into a large language model and simply type, "Clean this data." This side-by-side diagram illustrates the hidden data corruption that follows. On the left, we have two distinct customer IDs. On the right, the AI has flattened the first ID, dropping the leading zeros and merging two different accounts into one. It assumes the column is purely numeric and breaks your database relationships. To prevent this, we must bypass the AI's creative guesswork entirely. We will replace it with an unyielding, rule-based execution layer called the Absolute Constraint Protocol. Relying on generic AI commands to clean data leads to silent operational errors. To maintain integrity, you must strictly define the structural boundaries before the machine alters a single cell. Step 1 is to prepare your unstructured raw export file and open your preferred AI interface. But before we enter any of our cleaning commands, we first need to identify the specific data corruptions we are neutralizing. Look at this text overlay detailing the first failure: numeric flattening. AI often assumes that ID codes or postal codes are math problems. It drops the leading zeros, breaking the necessary linkages for downstream reporting. The second failure point is white space blindness. Traditional models strip out the intentional spacing or structural indentations necessary for nesting in business intelligence tools. Third is text overcorrection. When the AI encounters foreign addresses or legacy SKU codes, it flags them as anomalies. It then hallucinates corrections, replacing valid data with standard dictionary words it finds more correct. Generic conversational AI fails at scale because it treats rows of data like blocks of prose. It prioritizes stylistic consistency over exact alignment. This structured UI diagram outlines the solution. Instead of typing a conversational prompt, you will paste the full text of the Absolute Constraint Protocol directly into your LLM. This locks the model into a clinical validation mode. The first rule in the protocol forces a strict trim operation. It eliminates leading, trailing, and consecutive interspaces, and forces text to title case, all without altering specific alphanumeric codes or symbols. The second rule mandates date normalization. Every variable date string is converted into the uniform ISO 8601 standard. If a value isn't recognized, the AI is instructed not to guess. It replaces it with null and appends an error flag. Rules 3 and 4 establish strict chronological deduplication based on unique keys and absolute type retention. This ensures leading zeros stay intact and alphanumeric strings are never converted into scientific notation. Applying these 4 absolute constraints removes the AI's ability to make creative inferences. It forces the model to operate as a clinical, non-destructive remediation engine. Look at this screencast of the prompt box. Before running the command, locate the bracketed placeholders within the text. You must manually type in the specific column letters that correspond to your dataset. A quick note of caution: hitting enter before updating these bracketed placeholders will cause the protocol to fail. The model must know its exact target boundaries to avoid editing the wrong columns. Once the target columns are updated, paste your raw, tabular data directly below the customized prompt and execute the command. This side-by-side comparison shows the verification checklist in action. On the right, the green highlights confirm our leading zeros are intact. The dates are uniform, and the duplicate record is purged without corrupting the historical ID structure. The prompt's final instruction dictates the output must be a raw tabular block. This prevents the AI from generating conversational summaries that require manual deletion. Now that the verification is complete, copy the clean data structure generated by the AI and paste it directly into your downstream BI tool or spreadsheet. This dashboard mockup demonstrates the immediate payoff. Because the unique identifiers and date structures are now uniform, the pivot tables load without errors, and the visualizations refresh as intended. This replaces the chronic repair cycle. No white spaces breaking your lookup functions or duplicate rows bloating your metrics. You've replaced tedious, row-by-row manual editing with a routine that executes a reliable cleaning pass in a fraction of the time. The goal of data preparation is to ensure your files are structurally reliable for production. Download the Absolute Constraint Protocol and implement it on your next dataset export before you begin your analysis.